During a routine cell inspection, Ojwang was found unconscious. He was immediately rushed to Bagathi Hospital for treatment, as documented at the occurrence book number 9/08/06 of 2025 at 01:39 hours.
The Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja is now facing a credibility crisis after being caught in a lie about the death of Albert Ojwang, a young man who died in police custody. What began as a routine statement from the police boss has now unraveled into a national scandal, exposing what looks like a coordinated cover-up and raising serious questions about accountability within the police service under the highest levels of government.
To investigate the death in accordance with regulations governing death in police custody.
Just days ago, Douglas Kanja stood before the country and claimed that Albert Ojwang had died after banging his head against a wall in a holding cell. That version of events seemed flimsy from the start, but now it's in complete tatters. A post-mortem report has confirmed what many feared. Albert didn't die by accident. He was tortured, he was strangled, and it happened while he was in the hands of those sworn to protect him.
Nilipeana kijana wangu kwa heshima hiyo mkononi mwako, maana nilipata habari kupitia kwa watu uliowatuma waje wamchukue yeye. Baada ya kukabidhi huyu mtoto kwako, maana hawa ni watu uliowatuma tu, leo hii matokeo inatokea kwamba mtoto wangu amekufa kwa majeraha ya kupigwa. Nahitaji unieleze kwa nini ulimuua mtoto wangu.
The findings of the autopsy paint a gruesome picture, multiple signs of blunt force trauma, marks consistent with restraint and beatings, and finally, clear evidence of strangulation. This wasn't a tragic accident, it was a killing. A brutal one, and now the police service is scrambling to contain the fallout. At the center of the storm is not just the Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja, but also his deputy, Inspector General DIG Lagat, a fellow tribesman of President William Ruto. DIG Lagat is the man under whose command the officers implicated in the killing operate. He is the man responsible for the conduct and discipline of the police unit in question, and yet, even as the facts become impossible to ignore, he remains in office. The silence from Statehouse is deafening. Ruto, who came to power promising to reform the police and uphold justice, now finds himself in a political bind. Firing Lagat will signal that no one is above the law, not even those of his own ethnic backyard. Keeping him, on the other hand, will send a different message that loyalty and tribe matters more than justice. It's not just about one death. Albert Ojwang's case has opened the floodgates of public anger. Social media is ablaze. Human rights groups are calling for resignations, and ordinary Kenyans, especially the youths, see this as yet another example of a broken system that treats poor lives as disposable. In the streets and on the timelines, the question is the same. What will Ruto do now?
The Minister of Interior, if the President wants the young people to actually believe that he loves them, as he has been saying, Honorable Speaker, he must crack the whip on this person, DIG Lagat. And I would ask Mr. Speaker, who is this person that is protecting DIG Lagat? How powerful is DIG Lagat that he has or can commit a crime of this magnitude, Honorable Speaker, and continue serving as the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Honorable Speaker? Even as we require them to come to the House, him should have done this country a favor by resigning.
The case has exposed a deep rot in the police service. Officers who should have been protecting citizens are now accused of torturing them to death, and instead of taking swift, transparent action, the leadership tried to spin a narrative that collapsed under the weight of truth. It's a familiar pattern: abuse of power, a quick cover story, and a hope that the noise will die down. But this time, it might not. The tribal undertones of this scandal are impossible to ignore. The Deputy Inspector General of Police Lagat hails from Rift Valley, Ruto's political stronghold. Critics are already framing this as a test of whether the president can rise above ethnic loyalty. In a country where the rule of law is often distorted by tribal calculations, this is not a small matter.
To a civil court, somebody does not have to be arrested and put in cell because he has made somebody infamous. Mr. Speaker, I have even seen in this country pictures where people are putting the president in the cells, and they are never arrested, Mr. Speaker. Is this police officer even bigger than the president? Why can he not be arrested and interrogated, Mr. Speaker, if we don't tackle this particular case up to the end, Mr. Speaker?
If Ruto fires Lagat, it will be a bold move that will begin to rebuild public trust, a rare signal that accountability is not selective. If he does not, it will be seen as confirmation that impunity still reigns, especially for those with the right last names. The options are clear, and so is the urgency. The death of Albert Ojwang is not just another case to be filed and forgotten. It's a defining moment, the kind of moment that reveals what kind of country Kenya is becoming and what kind of leader Ruto really wants to be.
The country has spent a lot of money on police reforms. That's why we no longer a police, a police force? It is a police service. And as a police service, you can't be a service that is killing people or that is attacking people. And when you give ridiculous theories like that, which planet did we come from? A planet where people are idiots.
As things stand, the president's silence only fuels suspicion. Every day that passes without decisive action sends a message that those in power are more concerned with protecting their own than delivering justice. And for Albert Ojwang's family and the many others who've suffered under police brutality, that is a deep betrayal. This isn't just about one man dying in custody. It's about what kind of justice system Kenya is willing to tolerate. And right now, the ball is squarely in Ruto's court.